This image is very random, even for me. I was looking at St Mary's Creek in Cornwall and a Leo fishing boat, which all sounds quite odd. Basically, I was looking at my family tree again, and there was some information about where some of the people were, where they lived at certain times during the census. And one of my distant relatives, I think from the 1800s, was a chap called Charles Pepper, whose address at the time was the Leo fishing boat in St Mary's Creek, because he was a fisherman. So very itinerant. I couldn't actually find a St Mary's Creek in Cornwall, but there is a St Mary's Island in the Isles of Scilly. So it could have been that, but I suspect they would have put Isles of Scilly, but I don't know. It's so long ago, it's hard to know. In Cornish, St Mary's was An Nor, which means the land. Amongst the islands, there's also Newford Island. And settlements on St Mary's include Holy Vale and Maypole and Rocky Hill. I don't know if that's the one that Sylvester Stallone trained on. Anyway, so it may not be that place, but it's interesting to look into anyway. They're kind of three separate images, but they end up looking slightly like they're joined. And then I've done some squiggles on the side. The one on the right-hand side looks like a tall figure, but also has lots of figures within their body. So I think this is like the idea of St Mary's and Mary. They've got very pointed ears, and interestingly is brown. Don't know if that's connection to woods and trees. And this idea of the boat as a vessel. I'm not sure what this top bit is meant to represent because it's all a bit strange, but I can see some eyeballs in there and it all looks a bit squashed up. Possibly representing some sort of weird flower, maybe. The lower half curves around, ends up looking quite snake-like, I think. And I don't really know what to say about this bottom part. I don't know what it looks like. There is what looks possibly like a letter H up in the forehead part if you were saying it was a human, but it's not. I mean, that lower bit could be, it could be that there's a really big head and that's the lower part of the body, but it would be really difficult to walk around with a head that big. So it was a bit weird. I don't know what else to say about it, but, you know, I did a thing. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. I've just seen she's cloven fitted as well, this figure on the right.